toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. And the Terrapins will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Florida State's offense will go to work first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to...
There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Orlando. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Got enough for the first. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Orlando. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, you have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. From the gun, the ground game. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punch him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will try to get something started with their first possession. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Terrapins line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catches, signal for, and made. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fighting off the defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Caught in the backfield, it's Richard. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, no! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Mountain West this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. A busy day in the Mountain West and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Catch in the middle, it's Richard. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's got him. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Florida State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 QB, you've got no points on offense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. And the Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. Slithers into space. Turning it on. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
28, Maryland, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. That's caught. It's Johnson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. They'll run play action. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man out of the backfield. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. That's reeled in. It's Orlando. Oh, he's got some space. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Moving away from pressure. He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Quarterback making checks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Looking downfield on first down. Bringing the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Wants to go up top. The sure hands, it's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Terrapins are in the hurry-up. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Orlando. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Orlando. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Noles look to do some damage in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On the move, it's Richard. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? He now has 115 yards now as he closes in on that magical 2,000-yard mark. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Release to the back. Touchdown, Noles! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Maryland, 0.
On the move from inside is 5. And the returner will be brought down. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
With the catch, it's Johnson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quickly complete. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. He unleashes a long one. Catch inside the 30 and still running. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
We're going to have Noel Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Sam Houston has the lead right now. Huntsville has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Kennesaw State. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. There he goes. They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Give to the running back. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. They'll give it to him again. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. The give from the gun. Still running at the 40. It's a seam wide open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense showing the speed. How about the blocking up front?
Touchdown Seminoles! Excellent pass by the back on the option. If these guys wanted to make a statement, the statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
52, Maryland, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now first and 10 from the 40. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Jackson. Running through contact. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. Caught over the middle. It's Bohannon. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Terrapins will snap it on first and 10. He's got it on the run. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get Hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's second and 2. The Noles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
A lot of yardage in front of them. First and 10 from their own 19. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. And the Seminoles line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4.
Breaks into the open. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock.
Loose in the middle. The tap. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, no. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And wings it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. 3 wideouts to the right on 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Turning it on.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It'll be 3rd and long. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.